yourself for invasion. This is Indie Invasion.
Hello.
Hey, what's
Greetings.
up, invaders?
Sanitation workers and all that stuff. What's happening? What is going on? Yep, definitely coffee time. I got my paint all the minis cup here.
Awesome. Yeah, it's been a long week, so
Well, that's because it's freezing cold up there.
so I got the thermal one on too.
Doug, hello, Doug. Welcome, sir. Welcome. We were just talking about your game.
Yep.
We were just talking about it.
I'm trying to sell them, Doug. I'm trying to sell them.
Well, you don't have to sell me. I want to get into it. I just don't. I rarely get solo games to the table, and I really don't have anybody to play with. And I'm just listen. Everybody knows I'm just making excuses. I got 19 days for the back room. You know what I'm saying? I'm just making excuses.
And you can just watch that ticker go up and up and up.
Yep.
Crazy. It's on fire.
Yep. No doubt. I have to admit though, if Black Site keeps putting out such cool games, we're just gonna have to get like a Black Site hat or T-shirt while we do this. I got my dice over there. I could get.
They do sell merch like that. I might as well just order some up and wear it all the time. And I mean, we're gonna have a busy year.
You know what we should do? We should each order a T-shirt and then do a week here in the next couple weeks on Hametsu, since it's in the back room. There you go. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Hey, I mean, they keep making good games. I'm telling you, I've got I got two of my EVA suits done for Violent Dark, and I've got my table. I got my table all set up. I just haven't been able to get over to it to do it, but I'm gonna play the vertical game, and I got my space mat out so that it'll be like a ship.
So I've been working on my Violent Dark too. And
Alder, hello, sir. Welcome from the other side of the world.
I showed you that.
Yep.
Zoom in on them. Boop. Little creepy crawly. Well, not little, but
yeah, not really little. He ate all my people last time.
I did a little hunter guy. One expansion.
Oh yeah, look here. I'm working on mine. I was working on him when we did the hobby stream. I just didn't finish him because I ended up working on the EVA.
I got something last week when I went and played Marvel Zombies with Big Mike that I can use, and I'm going to do an unboxing of this, I think. Battle systems.
Listen, man, I got to tell you, I love the battle system stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I don't use it a whole lot because I like my built and printed terrain and all that stuff. But as far as needing something simple that you can put away, man, battle system is the way to go.
This 178 pieces was like 60 some bucks. And
then it's good stuff.
Little add-on for like $7. I'm like, it's nice, cheap, easy terrain.
The only thing about battle systems, and they make this available, is you almost always want to buy a box of extra clips. Always want to buy a box of extra clips. What we got here? Doug says, I'm so jealous of your. I know that says Violent Dark setup, but that's not what that says. I'm so jealous of your VD setup.
They make stuff for that.
Yeah, they do. They do make stuff for that. Well, Doug, road trip, man. You're not that far. You're only in Texas. Come on.
If they can survive the ice storms that they've been having.
Yet another reason to come on. Yeah. See, Alder makes a good point here. The stuff from Black Sites is the exchange rate and freight to Australia is too much. And it'd be cool if, I agree, Alder. If they could get a local distributor, maybe Knights of Dice. I don't know if they would.
He needs to do what I do. You go on a vacation, you throw out the clothes when you're going home, and just load up that suitcase.
That's right. That's right. I don't know though. He's looking into black site stuff. That means terrain. That means MDF terrain. He's not going to be able to pick that suitcase up. It's going to cost him more in freight just to pay for that suitcase to go on the airplane. Oh, there you go. There you go, Alder. Doug says that's something they're working on this year. Cool. Is a distributor. So that's cool. That'd be awesome to be able to get some stuff. I know Alder has looked at it several times, different stuff. In particular, correct me if I'm wrong, Alder, but you were really looking at the Don't Look Back, if I remember correctly. Which I may not, because Will, here you go. Oh, what's my girl and I have pulled the ship laundry home via FedEx route a solid few times to load up goodies from a trip. That's a good plan right there. Ship the laundry FedEx.
That's right. That's a lot cheaper. It's lighter.
It is. Poor FedEx guy's like, man, this box stinks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't want to open that box once you get it at home.
That's true. That's true. Well, what are we talking about today, sir?
So tonight we got a kind of a little special thing. I was gonna do a straight video of this, and Max said, well, let's do it together and we can have that first experience for you. And we're going to do a flip through. I got to find my banners here real quick. We haven't done a flip through of a rule book. I've seen it online. I was like, hey, that's kind of a
well, we've done them individually. I've done a couple individually.
We have. But tonight we're going to do a flip through of the Yafsiga game that just came out from Black Site Studios, written by Corey Sullivan. And it's a fantasy, it's Middle Ages, but it's got some light magic in it, which is kind of cool. And it's your typical skirmish game.
Well, I'm totally 100% first look on this.
I mean, I told Mac, I said, I'm not a big fantasy person, but after reading the rules and how Corey wrote very straightforward rules, but there's a lot of meat in there and a lot of variability of playing the game one of the things that really stands out to me is it's the scenarios are point generated, whoever gets the most points wins. And I'm like, that's one of the things I really liked about Wild West Exodus is that scenarios, you're trying to get points. So then you can kind of strategize your crew.
Of course, you mean Wild West Exodus first edition, right? Because that's the better edition. I just wanted to clarify. Is that what we were talking about?
I don't think I was very good at getting the points at that point. I think it really took off for me in second edition. So
Will said, super curious how the diceless system works on this. I am too, Will, and I got to tell you something about diceless systems. And we've talked about this a couple of times, going down to Alder's side of the world, down under over there. I picked up a game called Tribal by Mana Press.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, I'm not sure because I love my dice. I've been a role player since the old red box days and have way too many dice and wasn't really interested in a diceless system. And I put Tribal on the table and I did a review of it because it kind of blew my mind that it worked as well as it did. I got introduced to diceless on first edition Malifaux, and there was just something about that system I didn't care for as much. But I got sold on the diceless system that they work. Although I still like my dice.
Did any of those games had like things where you get buffs or a minus whatever to your skill checks in them? Because that's one of the things I think is cool in this.
It did, based off of what kind of cards you were able to play from your hand. So it was a little bit of not deck building, but kind of resource management with the cards in your hand.
Okay.
And stuff on the table. So, look, we have Black Site Studios has joined us. Hello. And Corey. We just so happen to be talking about your game, sir.
Yeah, so Corey, you can chime in here when we get something totally wrong.
Oh, and listen, I'm not getting anything wrong because I don't know anything. This is a legit first look. I got my PDF copy pulled up over here on the side, and I am ready to look at it. I can't lie to you guys, though. I did scroll down a couple of the pages, and I felt a little bit like I felt a little bit like singing some Earth, Wind, and Fire as I was scrolling through those first pages. They were a little on the psychedelic
I was
side.
thinking a little deep purple or something there.
No, I was going a little farther back, man. I was going a little farther back.
Well, let me throw this up in the stream. I got it on a separate window. Let's see. Can we do?
No, you don't. That's not what you want.
There we go. That's what I wanted. Oh, let me move some miniatures I got sitting here. So,
so I'm going to throw Will's question up real quick about how it's diceless. I'm not sure yet. We're going to let Eric explain that when he gets
when we get to the section. I'll go into it a little bit.
I don't know. But I do know one thing is that rule book looks nice. And honestly, the Hametsu back room, that rule book was really nice too. And as everybody in Indie Invasion knows, I'm a rule book junkie. I love rule books. I like to read them and just flip through them. I love to read the backstories. So I'm excited. Let's see what you got in there.
All right. So here's
skirmishes in a dwindling age.
Fancy,
does it have stories in there that I can read and record?
It does have a little bit of backstory, which I like. That's a nice touch. You get to know the factions a little bit. Hopefully this isn't weird because I got it kind of to the side me.
Yeah, I'm getting a serious Earth, Wind, and Fire vibe off those first few pages, man.
So this was kind of nice when I got the book. Is they actually had a misprint that they caught after it was at the printers. So what they did is they just printed out on some cardstock, corrected index, contents. And this I really thought was cool. They gave you a little.
Yeah, I've seen a couple people do the flow charts.
Yeah,
they're pretty nice.
And I mean, this stuff's all in the book, but it was kind of nice to have it on the side, you know?
Yeah, definitely. It's nice to have those. And I did notice your name in the front of the book. Okay, look here. Alder said, looks like a Pink Floyd album cover.
That's what I'm saying.
That's true. That's true. Corey says, as opposite of as of the grimdark as you can get. There you go. I like that. I like that. I like that.
Okay, I'm trying not to make anybody sick by staying on that page. So there's a little intro page there from Corey.
Yep. Okay, I saw. Like I told you, I did cheat, and I looked at the first few pages, and I read that, but I haven't read anything else.
We were wondering, Corey, if you were going to be at Adepticon last week, because if you are, we got a spot right here for you. Give me your John Hancock.
Oh, he said, Corey just said, any corrections have been noted digitally too.
Okay.
So the errata page contains any little things they missed, like the table of contents. All right. Cool. Oh, and he said he's going to be at Adepticon. There it is. Go down a little bit more. You're down there a little bit more. Eric Huffman. Eric, you got your name in a book, bro. Congratulations. Corey said he's bringing the silver Sharpie.
All right.
Hey, don't mail me mine then until after Adepticon.
Oh, okay. You want me to get him to sign yours too?
Yeah, and since you don't have a copy of my Violent Dark, get Matt and Doug to sign it for me too. Be like, we didn't make this game, but we'll sign it.
We're gonna start charging $10 like at all the Comic Cons.
All right, that's fine with me. I'll pay.
So there's the table of contents, and yeah, I really like the art that Ben did in this book. Really puts you in that world.
Yeah.
And then
the layout and the artwork is just super awesome.
Yeah, this was a big step up for Black Site. I really love that they went to like the hardback books, and I can't wait to see the new ones coming out.
So I can't really tell. Are they glossy, slick pages?
They're slick. They're not super glossy though.
No, I like that medium. It looks like they're like medium glossy, because the really bright, the really shiny ones, if the lights, if you got an overhead light, it's like you have to do it like this so you can read it. Tracy, let's see. Oh, satin finish. Okay, Tracy and Corey are bragging up all on Ben's artwork being a powerhouse. It's fantastic stuff, man. There's nothing that Black Site has put out artwork wise that I don't just love like that. That's fantastic. I like how it comes in with the story.
Yeah, tells you
like
kind
how
of
it
what
sets-
happened in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So
the setting.
I love Deep Wars really did that too. Real heavy, like a whole front end is all just story stuff. So I like that. Oh, Matt has joined us. Hello, Matt. It's okay that you're late. We forgive you. Alder asked if Corey was using LSD for this based on the pictures. I think that would have been Ben, though.
Yeah, I think that's all Ben.
He did the artwork.
Mountain Dew and late nights, right?
Mountain Dew and late nights. There you go. That'll do it. That's definitely not grimdark right there, Corey.
No,
definitely no grimdark happening there.
So the event that happened, and Corey, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, is that a section in the world is basically in a forever spring. So, like, if you go in there and spend too much time, you could basically start sprouting flowers and fruit, and your skin changes to wood and all that kind of stuff. So
people from Illinois are way more prone to spend more time in there than people say from South Carolina, because we actually have spring here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so you would turn. What you're saying is you would turn into wood. Then is what you're saying, especially right now.
So on here they start going over some of the different factions and different city states and the bloom, which is what kind of happened. That's what they call it in the world.
It's just great, really great artwork. You know, I mean, I just really like the colors.
Nice and bright, right?
Yeah. It really is. Let's see. Will said, he said it's a nice change of pace to see a product that's not all grimdark.
Yeah.
That's really true, man. So much stuff is really grimdark, and I'm going to be honest. I think a lot of that stems from the fact that when we play the games, generally speaking, you're kind of the good guy, so you're trying to overcome something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Corey said, if you've seen the fountain, the endless scene with the conquistador and the tree is what happens to you. Tree. Tracy said she loves the colors. It really is. Is there a bunch of magic in it, or?
I would say it's like magic light. You know, it's not like crazy, epic D&D type magic. But it is in the world, so it does have that fantasy element to it.
Yeah.
I mean, most of I think at this point everything's human, not like elves and that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
Different races.
So what one of the things the book reminds me of, and I don't know who
that's watching this off
has seen the book. Look at there! You even got a little nylon thingy there to
little
mark your page.
Yeah, page marker there.
The way it's laid out with the such heavy and really good artwork reminds me of the Carnivale book that TT Combat put out.
See if I can get that without the glare.
Gav Thorpe did the stories for Carnivale, and it's one of my favorite rule books that I have. That as far as the artwork and the way everything looks is just real. It's real eye catching.
Yeah.
Let's see. And Tracy said, "Oh, here we go." Corey said, "Magic doesn't exist outside of the Bloom's reach."
Oh, okay. So it's inside. Okay,
so that's cool. And Tracy says the minis are packaged with the same bright colors too. Probably makes them a whole lot more fun to package. Green Knight served as a big visual inspiration, is what Corey said. Now that makes a lot of sense. You having said that really. When I look at the artwork now, it evokes that. Yeah, that's cool.
So here's where you start the core rules. And basically this is all you need is those 6 things. Miniatures, which can be any.
I may have one or two of those. I may have one or two of those.
And then you need a deck of cards, just your standard poker deck, which I got a nice fancy one.
I was about to say, I cannot use a regular deck. I'm going to have to get some.
You go on Amazon, there is so many on there by Bicycle. It's crazy.
I actually still have my 2 Malifaux decks. So those would probably work too, because they're essentially a poker deck just with, like ravens instead of spades and clubs and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But those would probably work.
Then you just need a measuring tool. You need tokens, which a lot of this stuff, like the tokens, are in the book. You can just print them out if you want.
Or you can 3D print some tokens.
Or 3D print them, or you can get some nice little chip tokens that I got from Blackslate Studios. Your play area, and then this book. That's really all you need.
What's the play area?
It's a 2x2.
2x2. Listen, I love a 2x2 these days, man.
It's nice for quick games. You get right into it.
Yeah, we had a big discussion about that. We did a whole show on that where I've downsized a lot of my 4x4 games to 2x2 tables just because the first turn is just moving and trying to get in position anyway. So just cut that whole turn out.
Corey says Malfo decks would absolutely work.
So we double clicked. Awesome. Good, because I have 2.
So here they start getting into your miniatures and their volumes. So you have small, medium, large, and the decks, the play area, and then all the basics. Upkeep phase. Then there's your activation phase, and then I can't read upside down. Conquest.
I like that page. I like the flow of play. I've seen that in a lot more books lately. Where it'll give you a page that has your activation order. Core Space has that too. Really has a really good section in the back of the book. And
then they break it down. I like how they break down each section in here, so it's easy to digest. And I don't think I had to go back and reread any section to be like, what did I just read? What did that mean?
Right.
So that's the basics. And then the first one is activating a unit.
Are the edges of the pages color coded by section too? Is that what I'm seeing?
No, it's full bleed.
I didn't know because I saw that it was blue right here once the.
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
right there.
Is that color coded?
I think they're coded for that section.
So flip past it. Does it change? Oh yeah, Corey said they are. Yeah. I love that. I've seen that in a few different rule books, and that makes life so much easier.
Yeah, you put a little tab or something on there too.
Well, that's the nice thing. I'm a book Nazi. I don't dog ear my books. I can't do any of that stuff.
Roll it up, put it in your back pocket.
No. No,
of course, can't do that with a hardcover.
I start twitching if you do it with no, I can't do that. But I like that because it makes it easy to reference where you need to go in the book, even if you have to flip through a few pages.
So these are all the actions that your unit can take. It's basically you take 2 actions or there's one complex, and they explain it's very straightforward explanation. Line of sight, very straightforward. Test.
Push your luck.
Yeah, so they have a luck token in here that if you don't like your roll or your card flip or your opponent's card flip, you can use that to mess around.
Tracy said, "How did I not notice that before?" The color coding on the edges of the pages.
Probably because you stared at it for so long that it just
it was the first few page colors. It just washed out all the colors as you flipped through the rest of the book.
And then they got tests and saves, how you would like somebody hits you, how you do the save. And then we get into combat. So let's fight.
I like to, so a lot of thought. Maybe I'm reading more into this than is there, but it looks like from the story section to the rules section, the artwork went from Ben's artwork to the models on tables. So that's kind of a cool transition. I'm not sure if that actually did that or if that was on purpose. I don't think I meant a model laying in the middle of the book.
Okay.
I meant
not literally.
Flip back a page. Do you see what I'm talking about? So see that artwork is miniatures. And I think once you got into the core rules, all of the artwork has been miniatures. I think
so.
Which I think is. Oh no, there's a little.
There's some art.
Okay.
A little bit of a mix.
I was just curious. But it looks like it's more of the miniature stuff, which kind of makes sense because you're in the, that's a cool picture.
Yeah.
That would be my guy, the one on the ground, because the way I roll.
Well, that guy's probably prone, and that guy's basically going to mud stomp him.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. That would be my guy on the ground. It would absolutely be what would happen.
And I like that they have critical success in here, which is cool.
Critical success, exploding dice or no?
So let's see. Chaos card revealed during your unit's test shares a suit with the court card used to activate that unit.
Oh, I guess it can't. Never mind. It doesn't have dice. It can't be exploded.
Because what you do is you use the suit cards to actually activate your guys.
Yeah, that was a dumb question. I asked if you had exploding dice in a diceless game. That was a dumb question.
I didn't even catch that.
I know you didn't. It took me a minute to catch up to it too. Good one there, Mac. Nice going, buddy. Whoa, Scooby-Doo. The Scooby-Doo ending there for the tokens.
So yeah, there's a lot of different things that attacking with special weapons and all that stuff that'll cause these little statuses. And
I'm pretty sure I have a token for every one of those already.
If you don't, you 3D print it, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know. I like my clear acrylic ones. There
you go. Look at that art.
I think I have that barn too, like over there on the terrain shelf somewhere.
Matt said that's why you're the guy on the ground. You tried to use dice in a cards game.
That's right. I know. See, that's exactly what was wrong. I was like, what are you talking about? I rolled a 20.
So then they get into terrain.
Of course.
Which is very straightforward, especially when it comes to, they do have where you can climb and jump and stuff like that.
I love that.
So anymore, that's become scenes.
A lot more common in skirmish games.
It's very narrative, right?
Oh yeah, I think it adds an intense element. Plus, if you're going down to, hey, I have all those buildings too.
Yeah, some examples of setup.
Is when you go to a 2x2, you kind of need the elevation.
Yeah,
because you're really adding to the size of the board when you do that. I don't have those buildings, but I have all the other ones on the other page.
Yeah, I think those were some of the new ones they had, and then that one was a new one, which I did not get because I got the big castle. I like the snowboard.
Yeah. Assembling your warband. It's the part where you glue your fingers together. Oh, wait, wrong assembly.
Wrong assembly.
Oh, look, there was a... Alder said that first table looks sweet. It did. That was a nice looking table. I've got a few twisted tables with those exact buildings on them.
Now, this section was probably my favorite because it was so easy to follow along. And in my head, as I was reading, I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty easy to build your guys and your warband. Right. And then eventually when you get to abilities and weapons and tweaking them a little bit.
Yeah.
And then there's explanation of all the different stats. And this, what's cool is you can go to the website and print it out if you want.
Oh, that's good.
Tracy said she made a Beauty and the Beast warband. So
nice.
That's awesome.
Corey said most of the warband minis are actually 1 or 2 pieces. He's very impressed. Cool. I haven't picked up any of the minis. You won the book, right? Isn't that what you want? Whatever you're sending to me. So
you're getting the standard bearer.
Oh, and the standard bearer.
Where is he? This guy.
So that'll be my first one. So I'll get him painted up.
But yeah, and then they got archetypes, so you can have.
That's cool.
You get different abilities for what kind of, like your main guy, your leader would be maybe your ace. And you can make a wizard or a tyrant or whatever. And each archetype comes with its own kind of buff or special power. And then solo characters, there's just one dude.
Right.
And then they have your squads.
Okay.
So it'll be up to like three models.
Here, Tracy, here's her warband. Bell mounted on a horse, Beast with a polearm, Cogsworth as a knight, and Lumiere as a fire mage with ember hands. Nice. I like it. Also, guys, so Corey says anything that like rosters and anything you need to write out is available resource for printing. So head over to the Black Site page. You can follow. You can see the link running down there along the bottom, and we'll have a link in the description to the Black Site page.
So, and here's all the different weapons. So you can really customize your characters this way.
Then. I like that. I like that.
It gives them all their stats of what they do, damage, their range, how much they cost, stuff
all
like that.
All that kind of stuff is what I've always liked about games like Frostgrave and Necromunda and Mordheim. Yeah. The only thing about with Frostgrave I didn't care for as much is that you were really only advancing 2 guys. You know, the rest of them were just cannon fodder, as opposed to like Necromunda or Mordheim where your whole gang was getting better.
So you got all the gear and then your different skills you can take. And
so is there a campaign system for
there
this?
In the book there is a campaign system
where your warband progresses in. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, everybody that's ever watched us for the past 3 years knows that
guys can die, and then you have to go hire a new guy. And
you don't have to describe my warband.
And then everybody dies. Keywords. And then they do have, this is nice, when you're learning the game, some pre-written rosters in here. And they give you a little summary of how this is actually supposed to work a little bit, so you can learn it as you're trying.
Catch you later, Alder. Get back to work.
But all right, Alder.
All right, so we have Australia interested, Black Site, so we need to get a distributor. Now listen, I like this, the warband built like this, and I'm going to tell you why. Is we did a talk a couple years back on Zone Raiders, and they did that so that you could just jump right in and play something. Here we got a little feedback here from Will too. What's he say? Contrasting feelings about warband progression versus wizard hero progression. Busy growing up with a couple different hobby focuses. Nice just have to worry about a few figs at a time. Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
You know, I know that deal. I got 5 kids myself. 2 are gone.
You're getting there.
I'm getting there. They just come back to visit. And now when they come back to visit, it's just good stuff now. You know, it's no disciplining and stuff because they're on their own. And I just get to be the fun dad now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can relate to that. And in fact, that's one of the reasons that I like games like Star Trek Attack Wing and X-Wing. You can just throw them on there and, you know, everything's already done. You just do a little deck build and then play the game. Let's see. Will says, just now catching the Ace, King, Queen, Jack bit on the Warbound roster. Yeah, I saw that too. Oh, look at this. We got a couple. Doug and Corey are like, Zone Raiders is awesome. Yeah, I love Zone Raiders. I got in on that right on the front end of that. And I love Zone Raiders. It's a super fun game and good rules.
Yeah, and then Will, just to quickly explain it too with the deck of cards. So all the face cards is what you hold in your hand for activating different characters.
Oh, okay.
So, and then all the numbered cards are what you're flipping for your checks and attacking and stuff like that.
Okay, so yeah,
like Matt said,
suit is how you activate. Doug said, highly underrated game. Yeah, it really is. I'm not sure why it couldn't get any traction.
So here's where they do have a couple scenarios in the book, which is nice. They all sound super fun.
Yeah.
Easy setup. Explain, the victory conditions, the setup, how you claim, the certain objective points, and then controlling a quadrant and all that stuff. And
okay, that's cool. I like scenarios. To be fair, I usually only play a couple scenarios that are ever in the book.
Nice scenarios to learn the game, reading through them. I really like that. And this one's neat because you're flipping a card to see which zone is the scoring zone. So in other words, everybody piles in there and just dukes it out.
Nice. I like that.
Kind of the same thing with that one.
Ley lines, huh? Little Rifts reference there.
This one I thought was neat. If you start here, the further you go towards the opponent's side, the more points you can score for controlling those zones.
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought that
okay.
was neat. And then they have Call of the Reach.
Oh, random scenario generator. Nice.
Yep.
That's cool.
And that's kind of neat. What they do is you take each part of the scenario and you just flip some cards and you pick one, and that's your setup.
Nice.
And then same thing, you take the clubs, and when you get 2 clubs, you pick one and it tells you, okay, that's what that is. And then they have a thing of twist, which is kind of interesting.
Okay.
Like, here, let me read one of these. I like the Blood Moon one. The effect is add +1 to the physical, skill, and will of all the models. So it's the Blood Moon is.
Doug said one of the cool things about Yafsiga is you deploy before determining objectives. That's nice. So no metagaming on your deployment. I have never been guilty of metagaming because not only do I not know how, if I tried, I would roll poorly on my metagaming.
And then they got motives. And one of the neat things I got here is this. So you don't need this because it is in the book, but they have a deck out that basically is the same thing. But instead of drawing, just a typical these cards.
Cool. Yeah.
They have them all here.
Yeah, I like that.
So your setups.
That's
motives.
Pretty cool. Yeah. I think that would be a little quicker in my mind. Because like Will was saying, if you're pressed for time to be able to, if you and your buddy, you just hold the cards out, all right, grab one and let's put it together real quick. Boom, there's a scenario. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, you better flip through that book. We're going over on time. We're going to get in trouble with somebody.
The campaign gives you a little bit of how the campaign works, assembling your band. Nice. And then the campaign has a thing that in between games, you can go visit these merchants, which I got some of the miniatures to represent these. Nice. And you can pay for like upgrades.
Okay, I like that.
Whether weapons or it's a skill, or maybe you need to heal from the doctor.
Yeah, I like that. It gives some character to the world.
And I think they had an example in here. I had laughed out loud they said Matt went and upgraded and got a grenade from him. I think that was in this section. Origin keywords. And then this is something they had that's different for the campaign to help you keep track of stuff.
Oh, yeah, and campaign tracker. I got you.
You could spoils of the battle, and then if you have guys that were laying down or killed, you can flip on this to see exactly what happens to them.
Nice. I like that.
And they have just different themed ones.
Matt said he loves the grenades. Oh, and then there's the flow charts.
Yep. Flow charts in the book.
I like what you sent that they're separate and they're cards. I like
that. And there's all that stuff that you can
print out. Wow. I just had a little freak out there when you hit that last page. Whoa.
Let me see if I can find that example.
Well, that's an awesome looking book. I am looking forward to reading it. And I've still got a fair bit of fantasy terrain. Okay, not gonna lie, I got a lot of fantasy terrain left, even though I got rid of a bunch of stuff. But I'm really looking forward to giving that a try. That looks like a lot of fun. That does look like a lot of fun. And the book's beautiful, and I'm a rule book junkie. And the Hametsu book looks really good too, and I'm a rule book junkie, so
yeah.
What are you gonna do, right? I'll probably be in on it too. I'm just fooling myself with a litany of excuses. So
yeah, so if you guys missed out on the backroom event for Yafsiga, it is available. Just head over to their website, check out the tab. You can see all the stuff that's available. If anything, pick up the book to read through, right? And, get going, and you can try it out with, your investments, just the book, and see if you really like it. And I like it. I can't wait to try and flip some cards and, try to beat the checks and all that stuff.
The thing is with the rule book. I mean, I know I joke all the time that I'm the rule book junkie, but it's the rule book's not that big of an investment, and it gives you a good look at the game. You get a feel for it, and then you go from there. So we can get a game in at Adepticon. All right, you are hooked there, my friend.
Yeah, I think I talked people into it just from my unboxing that are local that want to try it, Corey. So I think you may be busy.
Oh yeah. We definitely gonna do our best to send folks to him for busyness, but we got a wrap, folks. So once again, the fastest 30 minutes in wargaming. Join us every Thursday night for our shorts live stream, and we actually started once a month. We're doing a hobby time. It was supposed to be 30 minutes. Looks like it's going to be more like an hour because it was a little hard to just do 30 minutes. So you can find all kinds of other content over on Podbean or any of your preferred podcast listening stations. We got a lot of stories and other stuff before we were doing videos. So go check that out. Also, you can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all of those cool places. And also check out our Discord because there's lots going on over there. People posting stuff up. If you know of a game that's from an independent developer or something you want us to take a look at or talk about, shoot us an email at indieinvasion@gmail.com. Also, we have a Patreon if you want to pop over there. I don't really care about it one way or the other. I'm more excited about this, the Redbubble
I'm the poster boy today.
You are the poster boy today. You have the coffee cup, the hat, and the T-shirt. Not to mention the fact, I will point out that I was really surprised when I got my Indie Invasion hoodie. It was a way better quality hoodie than I thought it was going to be. I was expecting kind of lowbrow Walmart hoodie, but it's not. It's a good.
Keeps you warm.
Hoodie. Well, I mean, I do live in the South, so I mean, I don't know if it would keep me warm where you live, but it keeps me warm here. So
thanks, Will, for joining us. I'm glad you found us.
Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. We've enjoyed having you here. So remember, guys, when you are out there playing your games, having way too much fun, and going over to Black Site Studios and ordering your copy of Yafsiga and joining the back room for Hametsu. Sorry about making you spend all that money, but you're going to have to do it now because you saw all this stuff. Don't forget to prepare yourself for the invasion. Thank you.